How to update TPM. Updating TPM to its latest version requires preparing Windows by suspending encryption and clearing TPM ownership, applying the firmware update utility, and re-enabling it in the BIOS. The process deletes data stored on the TPM, so suspending BitLocker is mandatory. First, temporarily disable or suspend any hard drive encryption to prevent losing access to your data. Go to Control Panel, select BitLocker Drive Encryption. Make sure BitLocker is turned off as it shows here. To turn it back after TPM is updated, just click here on the Turn on BitLocker button. Next, disable auto provisioning. Open Windows PowerShell as an administrator. Then type disable TPM auto provisioning, and press enter. Here in the auto provisioning line, it shows disabled. Next, clear the TPM. Restart your laptop or desktop. Keep an eye on the first screen for a logo or text prompt. Tap the assigned key for your brand repeatedly to enter the BIOS settings. For me, that's the F2 key on my Dell laptop. Next, navigate to Security. Go to TPM Security. Then select the option to clear the TPM. Apply the changes and restart. Next, download the firmware. Visit your laptop or desktop brand support website and find the TPM 2.0 firmware update utility and download it. In my case, I had downloaded already, so I'll just access in my folder. Run the downloaded executable file from within Windows. Here, the system will restart and perform the firmware update at the BIOS level. Once the update finishes and boots to Windows, reopen PowerShell as an administrator and type enable TPM auto provisioning. Next, restart your laptop or desktop and open the BIOS settings as we did just a while ago. But here, we are going to enable the TPM. You can see also here that TPM 2.0 security is showing compared to 1.2 previously. Click on Enable to enable TPM. Apply the changes, then click Exit to restart the system. Once the system restart, open TPM Management Console to verify the TPM is updated to version 2.0. Here, it also shows that the TPM is ready for use. This covers how to update Trusted Protocol module. If you have a question to ask, leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer it. If you found this tutorial is helpful, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.